ada aircon sistem dekat situ. Apa dia? Okay. Number 2. Apa yang kena ada? Syafiq, come help your friend. Mana the girls ni? Alah, lemahnya girls. Come on. Anis. Anis.
Medium. Anis. Toilet je yang video.
Okay, you cannot say HVAC. Apa ruang dia? AHU kan? Kena ada untuk central. AHU. Ruang dia, bilik AHU. Air Handling Unit.
Madam, kalau
Ah,
kalau saya pakai split unit, still ada issue.
yes, of course. Plant room tu yang dekat luar. Dekat betul. Dia nak salurkan ke setiap tingkat. Dia memerlukan satu bilik. Each of the floor need AHU, Air Handling Unit, so that there would be a place to distribute. To distribute. We call it apa? We call it apa? Gambar-gambar yang saya dah bagi, dah post dah. Apa benda? Ada diffuser. Ada apa dia? Gambar dah lupa, Pek. Alah, Pek. Macam mana lukis aircon ni? Apa dia? What do you need, Yan? Yang pipe panjang. It's not a pipe. What is that? Tengok gambar aircon. Saya dah bagi dah. I'm giving you picture. I'm giving you the text.
Ducting, madam.
Ducting, yes. So the ducting ni, jangan tulis kat situ ducting. Ducting tu daripada AHU room. We don't need a room. Ducting dia berlaku atas ceiling. Kita nak room. When you design a ground floor plan, you kena provide AHU room. Lagi apa? Staircase, plant room. Same goes to water tank. Water tank tu, benda tu berada waktu dekat atas toilet tu nanti. Atau dekat atas roof plan, floor plan. So water tank bukan dalam satu bilik. Dia memang dia sangkut dekat atas. Okay, so apa lagi yang you perlukan? Fikir. Kena berfikir dah. Sebab itu gunanya your precedent study. Saya tahu Bronesh kata you all dah buat case study and precedent study. So your precedent study tu macam angin lalu. Macam angin yang dekat belakang air ni, angin pantai. Apa lagi? Fake. Isna ni? Apa lagi yang you nak letak dekat?
Riser, madam. Riser.
Riser. Okay, riser. Electrical, control room, control room. Mana ni? Kena fikir dah. Takkanlah minggu depan nanti nak kena fikir. So Koim punya lobby dah kena tukar. Cafeteria punya area dah kena tukar. Lepas tu nak waiting area at the back. Adakah dia sesuai? Okay. Waiting area sepatutnya berdekatan dengan lobby. Because orang masuk, kan, orang masuk lobby, people get into lobby, then people need to wait. Sometimes there would be a peak hours for exhibition. So you have to wait for the ticket. This is we very need a people yang matured untuk nak memikirkan the flow. Okay, lagi apa? Electrical room, riser. Ayah, you all tak buat side analysis. I talk to Bronesh. Okay, so if this is okay, at first maybe you have to take care of this one first. Okay, apa lagi? Okay, So you have to think the activities that need to be done at every spaces. Let's say your gift shop, okay, gift shop, the lobby, your control room. No, electrical room cannot be combined with control room. Control ni Pak Guard yang duduk yang nak control kat situ. Security room memang security room. Control room yang akan control dia punya accessibility, CCTV. Electrical room lah. Okay, ni tak pernah tengok ni electrical room. Nanti kita pergi dekat Tamkidi. Where is your electrical room? Electrical room tu is a wiring, kat situ ada DB board to control berapa. Okay, dia punya watt untuk kat mana the connection the power supply tu. So it has to be different. Control room the other. Okay, electrical room the other part. Mungkin akan kena separate kat situ. Okay. Okay, Qayyim? Alright. I hope that everybody need to take care of this one.
Okay.
Okay, tengok okay, kalau tengok Qayyim punya ni, masuk je lobby. Your lobby is at the back. You don't have the secondary accessibility. In that it is supposed to be that here would be your main. But see why it has to be parallel here, because the car when come in, they drop off here. Okay, they can simply come out. So if those NB wants to do the maintenance at the power supplies area, and also the mechanical people wants to do services at your plant room, where is your loading area? Mana loading area? Where is your loading area? Where is your loading area? It's not too early. No, at first memang dah kena take into account. Yeah. Okay, take care. I tak nak check. This is not class, design class, but I need to take care on the services area that you need to understand and take into account at the first round of your design stage. Yeah, at least in your mind dah ada. And where is your staircase? Qayyim tak ada langsung staircase. Mana nak naik tingkat atas? Sebab tu tak boleh dah enjoy too much. You already need to think about it. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So ni you screenshot, I screenshot. I nak take. You screenshot now and letak dekat Z80 our class, so that you already know that parts of the rooms that not in your consideration, and this is very wrong. As a designer, you need to take into consideration dari awal. Sebab you will adjust so many times. Where is your loading area? To do services.
Madam nak tanya. Kalau macam loading, water, apa tu, bilik untuk water pump dengan electrical control room, dia biasanya kat sebelah-sebelah tu dia ada jarak dia.
Okay.
Macam tu, electrical dengan water tu kan tak sesuai sebelah-sebelah kan ada.
Okay, dia ada juga syarat dekat sini ya. Kalau dia electrical room, dia tak boleh bersebelahan dengan water tank punya area. Okay, let's say your toilet area pun nanti, sebab piping dia yang ada air tu, it cannot be located beside your electrical area, electrical riser. So when you are about to design the toilet, your riser for electrical, wiring for electrical, it has to be a bit apart. Cannot be allocated at one area. Remember, water and electric cannot be at one area. You have to separate. maybe you have to separate within within another 2 rooms before you come to your toilet area. Okay, it cannot be added one box. No. Yeah, the piping for riser. Riser ni they are piping for cold water. So you cannot put the electrical wiring inside your cold water riser. Cannot. Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
I won't on your design. Tapi I remind back, this is very late at 8 weeks. You don't consider this thing. Okay, please consider sebelum terlambat. Yeah. Alright. Okay, can you sharing? I want to continue. Nanti Bronesh kata, apa Madam L ajar? Kenapa Madam L tak ajar? Watch out. I already give you the picture. I already ask you to draw. I already make an exercise you to draw last 2 weeks before you cuti, you on holiday, already call the 3 person to draw. Okay, now you understand, Dawa, you have to understand what to be filled in at your ground floor plan on services area.
Yes,
Jangan
madam.
kata Madam L tak ajar. I already teach you and highlight so many times. Okay. Alright, so we come to our lecture. Today lecture, we see the video first. Remember? Orang macam kembar je Dawa dengan siapa ni? Dawa dengan siapa tu duduk sebelah tu?
Dengan Qayyim, madam.
Qayyim. Macam kembar. Okay. Kita tengok, we see the video first because today is a gas supply system. Okay, I share with you. Sekejap. Okay. Okay. Dawa, I already post the link. I already post the link, video link. Boleh Dawa ni tak? Sharekan to everybody. Tekan link tu.
Sekejap, madam. Saya buka je.
Mana letak suara tak ada. Mana nak ada suara? Tengok jap suara and hope that everybody see this video first. Saya tengah nak cek wayar. Mana wayar I?
Fuel in North America. In these early years of the Because of its domestic abundance, low environmental emissions, and high energy content, natural gas has become a very popular and important fuel in North America. In these early years of the 21st century, about 1/4 of America's daily energy need is met by natural gas, including heating, electric generation, and industrial feedstock used for making products such as plastics and fertilizer. As the population swells, and with it the need for this cleaner burning fuel, so too must long-haul pipeline systems evolve and expand to keep pace with America's natural gas demand. Recently, Americans used more than 22 trillion cubic feet of natural gas in a single year. That's a tremendous amount of energy when one considers that 1 trillion cubic feet of natural gas is enough to heat 1 million homes for 15 straight years. Long-haul pipelines are the critical link between the often lengthy distances separating natural gas supply and major market areas. These major transportation systems generally differ from local distribution pipelines in several ways, such as the material composition and diameter of the pipeline. Larger diameter steel versus smaller diameter plastic, and higher operating pressures versus lower operating pressures. When it comes to the operation of long-haul natural gas pipeline systems and the coexistence between the transportation systems and the public, operating companies place their focus in two primary areas: providing reliable service to customers and further minimizing the relative low risks associated with transporting a volatile fuel source under high pressure. Bureau of Transportation Statistics records have historically and consistently shown that long-haul pipelines have the best transportation safety record in the United States. Pipeline system accidents, which are reported to PHMSA, are rare, particularly when one considers the trillions of cubic feet of natural gas transported each year. But the industry fully understands the potential impact of a damaged pipeline and takes many measures to both maintain pipeline systems and prevent these accidents from occurring. Clearly, even though long-haul pipes have the fewest accidents among all companies involved in transportation, there's no rest on the best-in-class laurels. But one incident is one too many, and operators continually look for ways to improve the transportation of natural gas. The industry has built its solid safety record on a foundation of continuous improvement, and as a result, it has seen a percentage decrease in the number of significant incidents in the past 20 years, while the amount of natural gas moved in that time frame increased dramatically. Every step of the way, these long-haul pipeline systems are monitored around the clock by high-tech equipment and highly skilled employees. The basic process to transport natural gas long distances involves not only the specialized steel pipeline, but related measurement and pressure regulating equipment, compressor stations that compress the natural gas molecules to facilitate the journey, and control centers that monitor major operating conditions around the clock. Companies also repeatedly communicate with those living near pipelines, emergency responders, and other important stakeholders through various methods, while providing strategically located above-ground markers and other means to remind them of their mostly underground assets. As natural gas travels through the pipeline system, it is pressurized to varying levels inside the long-haul pipes to facilitate its journey. This is accomplished by squeezing the natural gas molecules by pressure known as compression. Compression of the natural gas molecules serves a twofold purpose. One, it reduces the size of the natural gas molecule by many times, thus increasing the amount of natural gas that can be transported in a given size pipe. And two, it provides a propellant force or boost to help move the natural gas through the pipeline system. Typically, compression of the natural gas molecules is required periodically along the route. This is accomplished by compressor stations, usually placed at 40 to 100-mile intervals along the route. The natural gas enters the compressor station, or booster station as it's also called, where it is recompressed mechanically and propelled toward the next active compressor station, where the process repeats. As a result, the highly pressurized natural gas moves through the pipelines at an average of about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Along its journey, measurement and/or regulating stations are placed periodically to help manage the flow of natural gas entering or leaving the pipeline. At these stations, mechanical pressure regulators are used as necessary to reduce the pressure inside the pipeline to match customer needs. This facilitates the transfer of natural gas to industrial customers and the distribution companies that deliver the product to millions of homes and businesses each day. The transportation of natural gas is often closely linked with the temporary storage of the commodity in porous rock formations or salt caverns deep underground. The underground geologic formations and associated above-ground operations equipment are connected by pipeline to various mainline systems. Natural gas storage facilities are important because they can temporarily hold large volumes of natural gas for later withdrawal during periods of high customer demand. In order to manage the natural gas that enters the pipeline and to ensure shippers receive the transportation and/or storage services that they've contracted for, sophisticated control systems are required. Centralized natural gas control operations manned by trained operators continuously collect, assimilate, and manage data received from measurement, monitoring, and compression facilities all along the pipe. Most of the data received by a natural gas control center is provided by supervisory control and data acquisition systems, better known as SCADA. SCADA is a sophisticated communication system that operates in real time with very little lag between measurements taken and the relay of the data to the natural gas control center. Measurements monitored and relayed include natural gas flow rates, operational pressures, and temperature readings, all of which are important to the assessment of the status of the pipeline at any given time. Alarms at these remote locations are also relayed to the control system operators. It's important for operators in the center to know what is happening along the pipeline system at all times. This allows for quick reaction to address and adjust to changing operating conditions. Operators with these computer monitoring SCADA systems often have the ability to remotely operate certain equipment along the route, such as compressor station engines or valves. But these operator actions are limited by safeguards and redundant devices. Adjusting compressor engines allows for the quick and easy adjustment of flow rates in the pipeline, while remote operation of valves allow for the isolation of certain sections of pipeline for maintenance or emergency response purposes in coordination with local operating personnel. Remote operating capability, plus the strategic local, area, or regional placement of trained employees, makes for the effective management and control of these long-haul natural gas transportation systems. For more information about long-haul natural gas pipelines, please visit the Interstate Natural Gas Association of America website at www.inga.org.
Okay, sharing dulu. Okay, thank you, Dawa. Okay, I have a question dulu. Okay, before I come to my notes, mungkin Faizal Husna. Faizal Husna. My question is, after you see that all the videos, they are about to explain in what area. What is this for? What are they talking about? The topic on the video, Husna. Husna ada? Husna? Husna?
Dia pergi toilet, Amanda.
Okay. Pergi toilet. Rasa kalau siapa nak pergi toilet kena angkat tangan lah. How do I know? Okay. Very difficult to search here. Cari lain. Siapa yang tak pergi toilet? Kami. Kami. Hai, Fahmi pun tak ada. Semuanya tak ada ni. Macam mana? Fahmi.
Can I volunteer, madam?
Okay, can you just tell us what is all about the video? Gelak. Kau sebelah kau tengok apa benda tu. Cepat. Siapa yang gelak tu next?
Apa yang saya faham madam daripada video tu dia use natural gas in the pipeline to for the transportation.
Okay, lagi. Right.
Then apa yang saya faham from the gas pressure they can cakap apa? Dia check. Daripada pressure of the gas tu dia check temperature tu semua dalam pipeline tu lah. Apa yang saya faham lah.
Okay.
Saya rasa tu je yang saya faham.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Balkis. Ada Balkis. Balkis. Semua tak ada dalam kelas ni. Macam mana? Takkan semua pergi toilet? Balkis tak ada? Okay. I think Ikhwan kena tengok. If I call the person not in my class, you kena pangkah dekat tepi. Catat sikit for today. 12 hari bulan 11. Okay? Balkis not here. Amira?
Madam.
Yeah. Amira, what can you find in terms of what is gas supply?
Madam, sejujurnya saya tak faham madam.
Yeah.
Supply ni dia kena apply dekat mana?
Yeah, alright. Okay. Okay. So I start. Okay, thank you. I terus start je. Dia tak faham pasal video tu. Okay, mana share screen? I am sharing now the screen. Okay. Boleh nampak ke semua? Ada screen?
Boleh madam.
Okay. Gas supply system in a building. So, in the building, not only the Syafiq, sukanya Syafiq. Okay. In a building kan, building that you design, tadi just now, you are already considered on the fire protection. There are air condition. So, we also need to know what are the gas supply system in buildings because this is based on the basic for the residential, for the commercial that is used or how it is going to be applied. So this one we need to understand. Gas supply ni is from where? You know, we only know the gas at our cooker area, daripada Petronas. Okay, development of gas usage in Malaysia. So you have to understand where we are getting the gas supply for residential building, because when we are doing such of the construction, Syafiq, senyum je Syafiq. Okay. When we are doing the construction for residential building or any other high-rise building ke low-rise building, we need to understand where is the place, where is the connection so that we can design it so well, it's not contradict with the spaces that we introduce in our design. So you have to have the understanding on the peninsular gas utilization project. So what is the distribution strategy? What is the PGU? What is the LNG? So kalau misalnya in future you are working outside when people, okay, oh LPG dia kat sini lah. Ni tempat untuk LPG, untuk LNG dia. So you know what is LNG and LPG. Gas supply system for high-rise or residential building. And where is actually the application, and when you are visiting the building, you may see the piping colored red color, yellow color, blue color. What is all about on the coloring? Okay, the girls, I akan soal the girls because the girls ada dekat my class ni. Nanti bila dah end of the crit session dengan Bro Nash, I akan tanya dengan Bro Nash, student mana yang tak boleh nak buat dia punya services and also you need to understand what is the advantages of gas supply system, disadvantages of gas supply system. So for this round of table, you need to understand for the very first thing, definition of gas. So of course all the gas ni is defined in the Act 501. Okay, this is talk about the methane, propane, butane. So if you are the chemical, so you will understand, you will deeper how this will provide a combination of hydrocarbon or gas or liquid form. Tapi architect also need to know. Architect, you cannot be so dumb, okay? You need to understand gas ni dari mana datangnya. Tu yang you kena faham in this class, okay? So gas is one of the 4 fundamental state of matter. Another is solid, liquid and plasma. So what is actually inside gas? Gas is made up of individual atoms, the neon, elemental molecules from oxygen or compound molecules carbon dioxide. So you kena tahulah benda ni macam mana. Okay. Okay. Natural gas production, transmission and distribution system. See how it goes. Ni yang tak fahamnya tadi tu. So dalam video, in the video, they already told you. Okay. Where? So the coming from the oil and gas separate. So how they actually goes to plant. For plant area is a gas processing plant. Okay, I will show the image apa the gas processing plant, and there would be a compressor station. Compressor station then dia akan ke mainline cell. So from this one, how the distribution from the natural gas to into the natural gas company and distribute to all the consumer. Consumer tu nak menggunakan, pengguna that are from residential area, from commercial area and other buildings. Okay. So you need to understand the production, mana dapat that resources, where you want to get the resources. And also the transmission, you nak transmit dari mana ke mana. Arkitek kena tahu. Jangan tahu you punya 2B punya pensil je. Okay, that is why you cannot think. This is the week 8. You all need to understand. That is why my topic earlier already discussed what are the important spaces. But at week 8, you cannot think. At least you list down lah. Services tu apa? You tak tahu. Okay, transmission and distribution. Dia dah ada transmission, dia dah ada where is the product removed, where is the compressor station, then where they want to distribute. Sebab tu at the kitchen we only see the gas, tapi we do not know where is the founder, the relation daripada production dia dekat mana. So this is most probably on the distribution system. Ni yang masuk dalam services. Taklah kita teruk sangat tak tahu. Okay. So the gas, this one I will put inside your, sorry alamat padam lah muka I tak ada. Suara je ada. This one I need you to read. The gas will be channeled to the gas separation. So Amira, you read this one, you understand. where they channel gas separation to, in which carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, what is happening to the liquidation unit. So from this, how this actually goes to distribute to the consumer. Consumer to pengguna. Who are the pengguna? Who are the consumers? Those who are the resident at the residential and also commercial. Okay, read this one. Then, what is the definition of natural gas? So how do they get the gas? Natural gas occurs deep beneath the earth's surface. This is where kita akan relate kepada akli-nakli lah. We relate this with akli-nakli. What are the verse that relate to natural earth surface? Why we are as the Khalifah need to decide on the good term as a Khalifah on the land, so we are not distribute apa nak katanya so this is to see that how the fuel and to make materials and chemicals, we have to understand how the compound with one atom to another. So how our role as the Khalifah. So this is the consumers, the users, residential, commercial, and also the industry. So for the residential, most probably all the gas are used at our home consists to heat our water, cook our food. Amira, so nak jadi tukang suri rumah kena tahu ni, cook our food, warm our homes and generate our electricity. The most common use for natural gas around the home is for furnaces and hot water tanks. Natural gas can also be used to operate. Okay, these are all the definition you need to read. At least you have the knowledge what is the usage of the gas in school, office building, hotel, restaurant, heating, cooling untuk cooking. So this one on the electricity generation. So the architect has knowledge where is the location, what is the color, the application in the building. Even this is not your task. The electrical engineering need to further this one, and also the mechanical engineering need to further understand about this one. Architect jangan tak consider okay, industrial. So the industrial, numerous petroleum, refining, metal, chemical, plastic, food processing. These are actually all the paper industry really look into the use of natural gas by products. Tengoklah products apa by the industrial. But in fact, the natural gas is one of the cleanest, cheapest and most efficient. That is why for the current sustainable development, they are focusing on the industrial, on the clean energy, clean energy. The efficient sources of energy makes it easy to see. Okay. Okay, sorry. Sekejap. Alamak. Yang this one at least the girls, again I told you that this is natural gas production and delivery. Macam tadi the same, how it goes to production, transmission and distribution. And this is where the residential customer, the commercial customers get the resources they process at the processing plant. Besar sangat the processing plant. I will show you kejap lagi the images sebenarnya. So ada industri lah sebenarnya kan. Dia telah ada expertise dia, the chemist and also the mechanical. We'll do some of the compressor station, electric plant to generate electricity from the gas, and this will distribute to large consumer. Dia akan guna untuk commercial and residential. Okay, type of gas supply. So ni is a general lah, everybody must know. Cabinet heaters, dia ada butane cylinder, okay, berapa kilo. Kadang-kadang dekat rumah, Dawa kalau you nak belikan gas for your mum, pakai apa? Pakai berapa kilo punya gas? Ayo, tahu masak je. Tak dengar. Berapa kilo? Ni, quiz.
10 kilo madam.
10 kilo? Mana? Dia ada yang kecil yang besar. Tak cukup tu, 10 kilo tu beras kau. Ini jenis lain. Ini propane cylinder. Okay. Ini for heating system, for heating system. Tapi untuk masak lain, dia masak lain. So this is propane cylinder, floor glass propane cylinder. Gas supplies are about to locate at outdoor to connect automatic changeover regulator. So this is actually most probably on the domestic central heating system. Adalah gas-gas yang diperlukan. Ini just for information. Okay, kalau so that kalau ternampak benda ni somewhere else, let's say we are not so sure whether you become the project manager in future. So you are not surprised to see this, the image. Tak adalah orang kata teguk sangatlah Usim ni, gambar ni gas pun tak tahu. Janganlah macam tu. So you need to understand the input on the images will give you the estimation how does the flow gas, the bulk gas looks like. Okay, so you need also to know what are the components and its function. Cakap pasal gas ni, you need to understand what is this, okay? Jangan terlampau so nerd tak tahu apa benda. What is this? It's a pressure regulator to control valve. Okay, so kalau you are visiting the high-rise building ke any kind of buildings, so you tahu benda ni. It's a very general, tak payah nak tanya orang apa benda ni. Okay, the girls, Amira, Anis, tengok benda ni. Jangan nak tengok tudung-tudung cantik, tapi this is pressure regulator. It's a component to control valve. Okay, senyum je Dawa. Belikan tudung nanti untuk Anis, Amira. Ceng. Madam dah buatkan laluan line dulu. Okay, siapa nak pilih siapa? Cakap, Madam tolong. Okay. So the first one image is a valve. Nombor 2 is a pressure gauge. And the third one is a gas cylinder. That is why when you are sometimes you are visiting hospital, you're visiting the industries, where you want to allocate this one. Sometimes the gas cylinder pun they need special area to allocate, and how is the fire requirement. The wall has to be thicker and the door has to be required. Ada requirement door. It's not at your toilet door to place a room that contain gas cylinder tau. Tak habis-habis lagi Dawa, senyum Dawa. Tak habis lagi dia teringat Amira, Anis dia tu. Okay. Okay, gas piping. Girls, you are visiting the buildings. Kalau you dah nampak ni apa So this is gas piping. See the color. Yellow. Kalau red tu lain. Red for fire Kalau blue for cold water. Itu water. So this is international punya color. Don't mix up. So this is the gas piping. Tengok the gas piping dia tulis kat situ ada HVAC, ada aircon. So may I besarkan sikit apa benda, I pun cannot see. So there are some of the kind it made from the galvanized steel, copper, brass. Kenalah tahu sikit galvanized steel, copper apa benda dia punya material. Okay. Steel piping typically is black with malleable iron or steel fittings. Ni kena tahu sebab sometimes when you are do some of the contract assessment untuk documentation, you read the specification, then you know this is untuk apa, this is for what. Okay, flexible connectors are permitted to connect appliances to the gas piping. They are the valve. Tadi aku dah tunjuk gambar valve, so you need to know. Okay, so this is just for the introduction and also your knowledge. Method of gas supply installation, gas pipe shaft or duct. Mesti ada duct, mesti ada shaft. Where practicable, gas pipe within the building including riser should be run exposed. Okay girls, you are in architecture line, you are not only know how to cook, tapi you need to understand how the services goes, especially on those systems that related to gas supply installation. Okay. Dawa nak pilih girls, pilih yang tahu serba-serbi. Bukan masak je semua dia tahu, services tahu. Gas ke apa ke, all those application. Okay, itu requirement Dawa. Okay, where a gas riser is to be located in the pipe shaft, permanent ventilation should be provided outside the building. Okay, continuous shaft. Ventilation can be provided by the provision of the openings, and entering riser pipes from shaft or duct should be fire stop. May check material. Okay. Sometimes the piping, they are also concerned with the fire protection. So some of the buildings, they might have fire stop. I will show you what is fire stop. Nampak? You see the images here. They put the fire material at the bottom of the pipe at ground level area to it's for fire barrier mortar, fire mortar untuk stop the fire. So dia adalah kat sini fire barrier 3M is the brand, a good brand. Dia kata silicon sealant. So how they apply, they just put under di bawah pipe tu at the floor area, so supaya bila berlaku that is on fire, so that it's not damage all those the along the way all the pipe, maybe they will stop at that floor only. Okay, so you need to know how this communication, the pipe goes from where to where. We call it as a communication system used for transportation and gas distribution. Nampak tak? A lot of things, a lot of knowledge that kita sebenarnya sometimes as an architect we don't concern about it. Okay. So networks for high and medium pressure, the diameter, some of us need to know, okay, the diameter for the communication system. The diameter it varies. Untuk gas, untuk house berapa, industri berapa. So the diameter will be different. Diameter of the joint from 20 to 315 mm. Ni adalah general knowledge. You sometimes need to know, okay, how is the pipeline, the steel pipe. Other external joint is protected with chlorinated rubber paint. Nampak tak perkataan-perkataan yang you don't simply understand, tapi cari, tengok. Kalau I ambil ni copy, place dekat Google and see the image kat situ. Okay. So on your right side is the images of one of the piping, but this is in a big project to generate the system gas distribution for the industry. Okay. Tengok dia ada standard fitting for PE pipe to steel pipe transition. Okay. Sekejap. Faculty call sekejap I kena jawab faculty punya call. Sekejap ada emergency sekejap daripada bilik komputer ni.
Okay, madam.
Okay,
Okay.
je.
Belum. Sekejap, sebab dia ada case, ada perasmian. Okey. Kalau I buat macam ni nampak tak? Part installation. Ni kalau nak bagi faham, tak faham macam mana pipe tu dipasang awal-awal. So you have to read this one. Baca sekejap. Okay. Sekejap, I tengah contact dengan sama ada tak ni ha. Okay. So these are also to prevent. You dah baca piping line dia macam mana, and these are also you need to read lah, to prevent distribution gas leakage. So, sekejap, alamak, buka. Okay, why you need to understand this one the pipelines ni, because when there is a leakage, tu yang kadang-kadang kita tengok apa tu dinding our walls for the fire protection, and also what happened to our lift shaft. And sometimes the function of the building, sometimes the building is for the recycled paper collection at the industries. So we need to understand how is the piping, where they allocate the piping, and of course we as an architect need to know what are the spaces surrounding of those services area for the gas. Don't simply beside the gas you put manager office. Okay, all those the services, plant room, beside plant room you put manager offices. This is not right. You need to understand, deeper understand. Okay, all piping outlets should be installed to provide sufficient clearance from ceiling, walls, floors. Sebab tu, when you are designing, you need to understand what is the floor height, what kind of piping that run above your ceiling area. Sebab tu kena buat section. Kalau tak buat section, at the early stage, So it is apa tu, is quite impossible to point to understand. Okay. Okay. So that is why memang the all piping outlets should be installed to provide sufficient clearance from ceiling, door. Okay, semua ni kita dah ni. Mana pula dia ni? Okay, and again, this is actually for each outlet including pipe terminating. Terminating tu maknanya from one pipe to another pipe, dia nak terminate from one room, dia nak keluar to another room to join with a valve. Okay, valve dan towel should be securely closed, gas tight. Dia ada close, dia ada tape dia nanti. Dia ada tape. Kalau tidak, gas tu akan keluar. Kan? Dia close, gas tight. And approved threaded plug or threaded cap immediately after installation and should be left closed until an appliance is connected. Okay, this is how for the submission. Kalau you akan jadi buat submission with firms, so you need to draw somehow or other, but not this piping. Piping is not our scope, but we need to know where is the location. But at least we know where is the riser duct. Ducting the riser kat mana. Where is the fire? And of course, fire rated door is required for this room. Arkitek ni arkitek kena tahu. Kena ada fire rated room. Untuk dalam dia yang ada all those equipments inside. Hiba, okay. Even you are at any places, even in Palestine, when you are the architect of the, you are the famous architect in Palestine, you need to know this do and don'ts, and what kind of the door you need to provide for those services that related to supply or those supply. Okay. These are all the images. Okay, gas ni dia tak ada banyak lah, architecture, but you need to know when you see things, the images, you need to know definitely where is the location, where is the connection. Okay, laboratory piping gas. So when the visiting, even though your task is about to design the layout for office layout saja at the laboratory area. But you need to ask the client. Syafiq, kau sikat rambut Syafiq, aku cakap pasal gas. Aduh. Aduh, ni Amin nak suruh Amira tengok. Aduh, hai. Okay. Okay, tak apa. Sikat rambut tak apa. Okay, bagi kemas. Right. So, gas pipe ni, kena tengoklah dia punya schematic of energy supply system pula. How these natural resources kita akan reuse back, renewable, because gas akan berkurangan pun. Okay, petroleum kita, apa yang resources beneath earth tu will finish at one day sebelum kiamat. Okay, so of course we have the system, and with the fundamental researcher will need to get a new energy supply system using natural resources. They renew, harvest and renew. So ni you akan tahu, kena need more read about this, so that there would be a people, if the gas at the beneath earth finish, no more, So they can still use for another to get the supply from the renewable. So dia nak jadi macam mana? That is why they must have the heat exchanger. Sometimes they ada inverter. Itu yang kena faham kenapa dinamakan benda-benda tersebut. Why is the element, the item is being famous, introduced by the industry is to get those is to get the energy supply, energy supply continuously. Ni that, like I said, that yellow pipes for the gas distribution, dia berwarna kuning, yellow, not red, for fire, okay, fire. Sometimes for gas, fire piping, piping for fire punya water rack, and also for cold water, okay. Ni yang dalam video tu ada. Mira kena tengok, tadi kata tak berapa faham, okay. Ada outdoor gas grill, ada gas furnace, gas dryer, ada gas water heater. Some of the house they use hot water nak mandi air panas. So dia kan ada gas water heater. How does it function? Okay, dia ada sistem dan dia ada di dalam box. How this will channel to the whole house used by piping. So they are what kind of piping, the application, the electrical panel dekat mana to control the sensor, gas source. So you need more or less to understand kat mana dia berlaku. Okay, meaning that transportation means transmission pipeline. From where to where? Okay, from the natural gas. Pipeline transport the natural gas from gas processing plant to distribute to the distribution center and to larger volume customers. Kat situ. So you need to read this one lah. So we'll understand distribution pipeline tu datang dari mana ke mana. My friend, walaupun architect, so my friend, even though he's an architect, she's an architect, but she's working with gas, oil and gas dekat Dubai. Oil and gas. Gaji banyak dia, 30,000, 50,000. Okay. But you need to understand lah the transmission, the transportation. Macam Syafiq later on, Syafiq, if you want to work with oil and gas, there are company that need architects for oil and gas. But what are the requirements? The architects at oil and gas, they need to understand what are the material that is being used. How is the connection? By all means, you can go work with the contractors of Petronas oil and gas. Okay, memang banyak. The salary very 3-5 times from other people. But kerja dia, the works for oil and gas, you need to understand the specification. How big is the pipe? Where is the location at the building? Okay, the building will run, the pipe will run at the wall or at the ceiling. You need to understand, the pipeline kat mana, what is the color, the size, the material. So if for the large consumer, what is the proposed material? Arkitek kena tahu tu adalah arkitek dekat oil and gas. Right? Okay. Ni baca. Peninsular gas utilization. So this is the line, gas processing plant kita dekat mana? Terengganu, Kerteh, compressor station, Tenaga Nasional Berhad, power station, independent, LNG, regasification, terminal. Okay, these are all the peninsular gas utilization. Natural gas distribution. So natural gas ni they distribute system Local distribution companies typically transport natural gas. Sekejap Okay, the delivery point where the natural gas is transferred from a transmission pipeline to the local gas utility is often termed the city gate, and it is important market center for the pricing for natural gas and large urban areas. Okay, what is LPG piping system? Liquefied petroleum gas distribution chain. Dah habis ke? Okay. Oh. Okay, from this, you know, this would be the step here. Oil and gas step, transportation, refining and storage, transport lagi, bottling, storage, distribution, barulah sampai ke line users. Nampak tak? There are a lot of procedures here. Okay. So this is back to LPG like. Kadang-kadang Okay, kadang-kadang we are not appreciate other people's work, but by right after you gone through this lecture, you will know how the process actually is very hard. I'm sharing to you what is the plant, macam mana rupa plant, the images of the plant. Okay, mari kita tengok. Kita tengok dulu dia punya apa tu, okay, apa gambar yang you need to request? What are the things that you don't understand? Plan. Power plant. Nampak? Besar ni. Okay, G1 power plant. Dekat dalam sini, the process. So huge. Malaysia ada. This is a very important. Okay. Ni is a reclamation area. Quite tough because orang yang kerja dekat sini pun tak ramai, perempuan pun tak ramai. Okay. So Mira.
Okay, madam.
So far your understanding better tak?
Better, madam.
Okay, sudah faham. So itu sajalah berkenaan the gas supply system that architect needs to know. We are not about to calculate how much gas, but we need to know what type of gas in the building. So piping dia dekat mana dia nak locate. So that when we design the main spaces, we know that beside the area ni, we don't really put the important spaces, private spaces situated. So architect needs to highlight this, rearrange back. Okay, is there any question? Saya rasa itu saja untuk ni.
Madam, boleh saya tanya?
Nah.
Kalau macam untuk pipe distribution tu kan. Macam mana diameter untuk pipe tu ditentukan Kalau macam pakai natural gas dia punya diameter berapa?
Pipe distribution, gas ke water pipe?
Gas.
Okay. I share sekejap. Kita tengok
boleh,
dulu. We see first the image dia. Kalau tidak tak tahu. Mana tadi share screen. Okay. Okay. When you type there, this one is a pipe gas distribution. There will a lot of, biasanya when we come to, okay, city gas distribution. City gas distribution. Itu city gas pipe distribution. Okay, kalau ikut mechanical, dia ada dia punya chart dia, carta. Carta nak penggunaan apa, total, ventilation. Sebab dia will calculate the piping and the pressure sekali. Sizing table. So they are having tables. So these are the tables according to VOCA National Plumbing Code. Jadi what is the size? There would be a diameter. Ada yang very small and other than the very huge. Okay, 15 mm. 15 inches. 15 inches tu berapa? 15 kali 3 berapa? 15 kali 3. Ada yang sampai 4.5. Ada yang sampai 12 inches. Ada yang 45 mm. 45 mm. 45 mm, 45 cm. Ada yang 45 cm. How big is the 45 cm? Macam mana nak cakap? How big is the 45 cm? Cuba tengok 45 cm. You punya scale 30 cm. So the piping about 45 cm. That is the largest. Okay, 15 inches. So the small is 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches is about 3 cm more or less lah. 3 cm. Itu yang paling kecil. Comparing the smallest pipe. Maybe for the residential, for the usage yang home usage. Alright. Okay, ada soalan lagi?
Madam.
Yep.
Kalau leaking, macam mana? Like kita kena tutup somewhere ke apa ke? Kalau pipe punya leaking.
Saya sudah tadi beritahu kan. Okay. They are protection. Aisyah dia pergi toilet je.
Yeah, tapi ada possibilities kan kalau even protection pun?
Ada. Kalau leaking memang kena tukar pipe baru.
Tukar pipe baru lah.
Memang kena tukar pipe baru. Sebab dia leaking sikit. Sebab gas ni lagi senang dia nak meresap, dia nak keluar. Dia very sensitive kan. Sebab tu dia kalau dekat my lecture tadi, dengar my lecture tak tadi? Dengar tak my lecture tadi?
Dengar madam. Yang fire stopping tu ke madam?
Fire stopping. Pandai pun. Aduh. Capik. Nasib baik dah. Fire stopping tu ya, tetapi kalau ada, dia dah tak boleh rectify macam tampal-tampal simen dah pipe. Terus ganti baru. Tu yang boleh meletak bakar tu.
Faham madam.
Okay, macam my friend, okay, just to share with you the story of my friend. He lost his wife. At the moment, his wife just delivered 6 months ago, the baby, a child. Then it happened when maybe Allah helped to protect the baby. Baby at the upstairs, and the baby is crying. And the husband went to see the baby upstairs, and she's doing the cooking down there. suddenly there just like a bomb blast. So the wife died. The wife died. So when the investigation from bomber and other respective authorities, they said that there is a gas leakage. So be very careful. Remind to your mother at home, and you yourself at the rumah sewa. So at the house, please take a look at to the piping for the gas. When you smell something differently from normal, meaning that there is a leakage. So when you start the fire, dia akan blast macam tu. Dia macam bom tau. So my nephew also, my cousin house, within 1 minute the blast. Within 1 minute he lost his home. Okay, be very careful nak masak-masak waktu dah ngantuk, when you are tired for the submission. Sometimes you are not properly off the channel there. Okay, so safety kena nombor 1. Alright. Okay, any other question? Saya just nak recheck balik with the submission. How is the submission goes with you? You already upload, ya? Did you upload?
Upload, madam.
Dah upload ya? Semua sekali dah upload. Okay, any other question before we end the class? Because next week, okay, next week akan ada building management system and green building services. Green building services meaning that how we do the renewable energy, okay, and also the how we transport, how we transmit the resources, yeah, using ada IoT, ada intelligent building system. So this is what you need to understand further, so that when you hear about BMS, building management system, what to be included in the building management system, you can tell during your presentation. Okay. Okay, I nak round table dulu.
Madam.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Boleh.
Can you give some example of specific function?
I cannot hear. Who is in that line? Is on the line.
Qayyim.
Qayyim mana gambar? Duk pangku. Okay, tanya soalan.
Apa, boleh tak kalau madam bagi contoh-contoh function yang spesifik natural gas system ni dekat art gallery?
Dekat art gallery. Okay, you ada. Okay.
Sebab tadi saya tengok function dia antara contoh dia macam cooking, eating. Jadi kalau art gallery pula macam mana madam?
Okay. Okay, macam tadi I cakap, you punya cafe. Cafe tu masak ke tak? Kalau masak dia ada gas kat situ. Okay, biasanya kondominium pun sometimes dia ada tempat masak yang dia supply the gas. Cara dia nak bayar maintenance pun dia supply at one area dan dia akan distribute ke level-level lain, rumah-rumah lain. Dia ada pipe dia warna kuning tu. So it up to what kind of space that you provide. Gas untuk apa? Kat situ dia effectively gas supply. Biasa untuk masak lah. Untuk dekat, sebab you tak buat laboratory, tak buat lab pun. Kalau you buat lab, lab center ke research center, there would be a chemical, dia ada gas dia. Tapi ni most probably I think you don't really need, because you punya cafeteria pun is because this is only art gallery, they don't cook there, they just get the preparation. The van came, stop at the loading area and distribute the food, and you do the packing at the preparation area inside kitchen of your cafe. Betul tak? Nah, inside the cafe. Betul Dawa? Dawa? Kau punya cafe macam mana? Masak ke?
Untuk kafe masak, tapi taklah masak yang terlalu
Preparation lah. I rasa di preparation area maknanya dah siap masak. You tinggal pack-packkan bila orang nak. You pack je kat situ. Sebab dia tak heavy masak, betul-betul beria-ria masak macam chef.
Betul-betul.
So kat macam tu, I don't think so you really need the supply, gas supply kat situ. Unless kalau nak masak apa-apa, you still need juga. Untuk panas-panaskan, dia still need lah.
Alright.
Okay, kita tengok balik. Apa benda yang you need lagi? Apa benda lagi dekat dalam situ? Workshop tak kan? Workshop kau pakai gas. Okay, workshop budak. Aircon kat situ. Tetapi aircon dia ada gas dia sendiri. Macam mana dia ada pressure dekat situ. Okay, itu kita tak tahu berapa dia punya dimension. Because that one is under dalam AHU room tu, siap. AHU room tu ada a few pipe kat situ. You boleh Google dekat tengok ada a few pipelines kat dalam AHU room. But sometimes the compressor pun dah ada, still dia ada piping yang attached together dekat compressor. Okay, tak payah nak fikir itu baik, you fikir you punya loading area. You punya apa tu, the areas, spaces, the main spaces, private, privacy, non-privacy area. Okay? Okay. Siapa lagi nak? I nak call one by one here. Okay, last call. Widat, I want to end the class because this is only a few hours saja. The rest, I need you to prepare. Okay, Widat, okay?
Okay, madam.
Faham for today?
Faham, tapi
okay.
Nak tanya madam.
Boleh.
Yang untuk gas cooking tu kan, apa beza dengan gas yang tong gas tu?
Apa dia?
Untuk gas supply ni, yang untuk supply
itu kalau yang ada piping tu biasanya dia akan distribute, dia akan get the gas daripada the main, dia akan distribute the piping so that they in terms of maintenance dia nak bayar. Kadang-kadang kondominium tu dia nak bayar untuk maintenance untuk dia punya gas supply. So kondominium punya, tengok dekat slide saya yang ni saya share. Sekejap. Tengok layout diagrammatic dekat yang saya bagi ni. Tebal apa? See this one. You did see this one, okay? Dia just supply for the condominium. Kadang-kadang dia ada satu pipe. So dia akan supply at all the places kalau dia nak guna daripada gas ataupun dia tak perlu beli gas, habis gas. Dia just bayar kat maintenance berapa yang dia guna. Okay. Kalau dekat rumah biasa, kita kena beli tong gas. Kalau kondominium yang macam ni dia supply, dia tak payah beli tong gas. So dia pakai je gas kini, dia bayarlah maintenance berapa yang dia dah pakai. Sebab tu dia sediakan piping. They are provide the piping at all the level, all the story. Don't need to buy the tong, hebat tong. Hebat tahu tak tong, a big tank. A big tank like this one. Mana tadi gambar tank? No need to buy this one, tank, because they already supply portable. It's a supply from the main. distribute to all the floors. Okay. So itu dia menggunakan pipe. Kalau tak memang macam biasalah dekat rumah kat dapur tu kena ada tong gas. The tong gas you fix under the stove. Dia akan link together the pipe to your gas stove and you open up the switch ke apa benda then it function lah. Okay. Alright. Okay, we done.
Right. Boleh madam.
Okay. Alia, Wanur, Daini, Akila. Mana tu mukanya tu?
Okay, madam.
Okay, madam.
Ha?
Okay, madam.
Sekejap Alamak, ada masalah pula. Okay. Alis Amalin, Zul, Syifa.
Okay, madam.
Yes,
Okay.
madam.
Okay, faham. Today is very light lah je. Iza, Irfan, Ikwan, Ilya. Mana gambar Irfan, Ikwan. Ikwan biasa ada je, tak buka pun. Tak nampak gambar Ikwan. Ikwan
Ya,
tengokkan. Okay,
Faham,
Ikwan
madam.
tengokkan attendance ya. Yang. Dia tengah kelas ya. Tengah kelas tu. Okay. Syifa, Iza, Irfan, Ikwan, Hidayati, Heba, Haris. Are you okay?
Okay, madam.
Tak ada pensel situ. One. Sekejap. Okay, yang ini Haris, Hanan, Faiza, Faika, ada pun Haris.
Madam, nak tanya boleh?
Yeah. Okay, tanya.
Kan untuk kita orang punya projek final cuma 2 tingkat kan bangunan galeri tu. So perlu ke untuk ada centralized aircon atau just guna split system je?
Apa benda soalan dia tadi?
Perlu ke guna centralized aircon ataupun just guna split unit je?
Okay, kalau misalnya macam ni, kalau centralized adalah untuk wide area. You punya exhibition kan besar, exhibition dan juga untuk workshop, area besar. Kalau nak guna split system, berapa banyak kaset, berapa banyak kompresor yang you nak pasang kat situ. Dan juga bila big volume, you really need the diffuser, you need the the track untuk nak blow at one time. Kalau tidak, you kena beli terlampau banyak. Mana kaset yang you nak tampal, mana nak simpan. Tahu tak kaset ada kompresor? Hayati tahu tak kompresor rupa dia macam mana? My lecture notes yang lepas saya dah paste dekat situ. Kalau you tak upload, tak tahulah. Tak download.
Lepas tu madam, contoh macam kalau bangunan galeri tu dia bahagi macam small unit, macam ada satu blok bangunan untuk galeri sahaja, satu bangunan untuk workshop and then macam tu. So setiap bangunan tu kena ada kalau kita guna centralized aircon kan, setiap bangunan tu kena ada pump room semua ke? Ke just satu pump room?
Satu saja. Satu saja. Untuk
walaupun bangunan tu berpisah
Ya. Okay. Sebab dia boleh connect with the piping dekat situ. Cumanya kalau misalnya bangunan berpisah, you kena ada satu bangunan satu AHU.
Okay, faham.
Satu AHU. You tengok balik macam mana dia distribute daripada pump room. Sekejap, saya tunjuk sekali lagi. Nanti kau tengoklah balik the notes, okay? You look back at the notes. Okay, I'm sharing with you now. Mana tempat share ni. Okay, you are asking me about the look at here. I'm just show this one is a farm room. I think you need to understand how does it look like and why you need to have the farm room here. Okay, this is a farm room. Okay, this is what be outside at the loading area. From the farm room, dia akan distribute so that each floor level they must have a room to process. We call it as a AHU system. It's an air handling unit system. Okay. So it will control the clean air, the component for each floor. So dia memerlukan, what is this? It's not the cooling, Okay, macam ni lah. You see the floor area. They must have AHU so that they can distribute every floor. They cannot share the AHU. Every floor dia akan use dia ada ducting dia sendiri. Mana boleh ducting ni? You cannot say that ducting from first floor dia goes up to third floor and fourth floor wants to use also third floor. They must control by their own AHU. Dia ada AHU room again here. So from the AHU, these are the image AHU. Okay, let's say this one. They have the system at its own at different level. Okay tak? Macam tu. Okay. This is a pump. Katalah pump dia dekat atas. Dia akan use the main pump. This is the pump. So they distribute to the air handling unit at each of the floor. Baru dia boleh distribute the ducting ni. Nampak ducting ni. So ducting ni, each floor has a different ducting lah. Tapi dia derived at the same pipe towards the pump room, the big one to control and also the AHU dia. Ini sebenarnya adalah bertutup, ni tempat AHU dia. These are the AHU. See the piping slightly bigger kan, the size. Okay. Are you okay?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Okay.
Nampak? Okay. Tengok kat sini This is the passenger lift. Dekat area ni pun dia biasanya akan letak AHU. AHU, air handling unit, see. There is a place where a big area to control, to run the ducting. Dia akan provide ducting. This is a ducting to office ni. Daripada sini, dia tempat asal, punca the distribution dia kepada ruang-ruang, others room, to office 2, to office 3, but they must come from the AHU, air handling unit area. Okay, faham tak? Boleh Hidayati?
Boleh, madam.
Okay. Siapa lagi tak panggil nama? Faiza, Faikah. Faikah. Where are you, Faikah? Hanan.
Ada, madam. Okay.
Siapa yang ada tu? Faikah, okay.
Faikah. Okay, madam.
Hanan, okay
Okay,
Okay, I'm afraid that the girls, you kena tengok balik macam tadi. I tengok kat Dawa, dia punya ground floor plan. So, you punya ground floor plan, I think memang sama lebih kurang macam Dawa. But, you dah ada tengok balik hari ni, to consider all the services area, okay? Dawa dia dah pandai dah. So, okay, Balkis, Anis, Amira.
Okay, madam.
Macam tengok orang
Okay,
punya.
madam.
Okay, madam.
Okay tu maksudnya apa? Okay, next week I will call either any of you to show me your ground floor plan. Memanglah bukan nak discuss design, tapi nak tengok the location. Macam tadi, your loading area at the right side. Further on the right side, baru nak taruh cafe. Macam mana the distribution, the loading area. Nampak? fikir. Buat benda tu kena fikir. Bukan main hentam sebab takutkan Brunesh ke apa benda. Right, Amira mana Amira? Ni Anis. Anis senyum ya Anis. Right. Mana Amira? Muka Amira. Aisyah dah tadi. Ya, Amira senyum. Okay, Adiba ada? Adiba Aisyah. Adiba Amani dan Aisyah Rabilah.
Ada, madam.
Ada, madam.
Alright Okay. Okay, Syafiq okay. Sikat rambut Syafiq. Okay, tak ada masalah. Kaim, Dawa. Alright, settle. Okay. Okay dah. Handsome dah tu. Kena sikat rambut. Cerita pasal gas je. Right, nanti Syafiq boleh ceritakan pasal gas. Okay, I think I will end the class now. So, look back. Ada masa lagi ni. Ada masa lagi setengah jam ni. Look back at your plan. Ground floor plan. Masukkan. Don't wait. Sampai Isnin depan baru terkial-kial cari pensil. Nak tengok apa listing out. Listkan sekarang. Okay, dengan tu wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Lupa nak kata Heba. Heba, are you okay? Or you already missed the class?
Yes, madam.
So, is there any question from you, Heba?
I would like to discuss later about the, my floor plan, the services. You said that it's not okay to, for example, the management office to have the pump room or all the services rooms around it. So so if I want to have the management office in a separate building, then where do I place the services rooms?
Sorry, the last word, where you want to allocate
the services rooms.
Okay, can you see me? You can share your floor plan here, your ground floor plan. No problem, you can share it now. Because when you're telling me you are providing this and that, I cannot say, I cannot imagine. You can share, just snap share.
Okay, just a moment.
Mom. I want to work left with
Okay, so kena, where's your book? Mana buku? Where's your book? Okay, kejap While waiting for Heba, wait, I want to find my book. Wait.
Tulis apa? Tulis yang mama bagi tu. Ada. Saya tak tahu. Saya pakai saya letak telefon. Okey. Ini bukan baik. Ini bukan baik.
You lukis ni tulis ikut THE. Buat dekat situ. Dia ni hilang. Heba, you want to share or next time?
Untuk bilang.
Okay. I'm okay if anybody of you wants to share and wants to see, no problem.
Madam, are you at UCM right now?
No, not yet. You are not sharing. You're not sharing.
No, I'm asking, are you at UCM?
No. At the moment, today no. Yesterday yes, today no.
Oh, okay. Okay, just a moment.
Lupa tadi Zul. Zul, are you coming to my class? Zul?
Yes, madam, I'm coming.
Ada okay. Are you okay with the plan yesterday? Abang Zul.
Okay, boleh je madam.
Okay, betul betul tak when I say Some of you are not think about the loading area, services, because you are already halfway. You are not think about your where to allocate the fire requirement or a staircase, fire staircase. Tak ada pun in your mind, then susah lah. Macam no tu. Okay, okay. Heba, we are waiting for Heba. Okay, the rest, I think who wants to dismiss the class is okay, but who wants to see, to discuss, to hear the discussion, okay. You can be with me, be with us.
Madam, can you see the screen?
Yes, okay, I can see.
So this is like my this is like my bubble diagram.
Okay, let me see your bubble diagram first. Tengok sikit. Tengok Heba.
It's not that clear. It's just a
It's okay, you stay first. I want to see. Okay, you are having lobby, gift shop, toilet. You see, you are having dual frontage tau. Okay, you are having dual frontage. Wait. I want to draw here. You are having the dual frontage. One is towards the seaside. One is towards the main. So you have to study the building besides also. How the building will be having their own welcoming, sense of welcoming entrance. So your entrance must provide because people at this road, they don't really see what is happening at the back. So how do people want to appreciate your gallery? You must have the landmark somewhere here. Okay, landmark is a sculpture. Okay, because people from here may see. People from here, from this building may see this one, the sculpture. Just to say that this is a sense of welcoming. So you are having dual frontage ni. Dual frontage, not one frontage. So you can simply put your toilet in front. Ni, toilet ni ha. What is this? Ni apa?
Yes, this is the management office.
Okay, let's say management office at the side lah. Okay. So you should utilize this area. And this is why I can foresee that most of you are not really understand how is the children behavior. Children likes to go outside. Children like to deal with things that organic and things with non-formal. So you need to utilize this area. It's very empty. Where is the playground? Where is the maybe the education for the art gallery not necessary to be indoor. It can be outdoor and indoor. And of course, the task of your brief, you may provide at least 70% of the area would be respond to your brief that are art gallery and workshop. Okay, what is this?
This is the
Buka. Ada termasuk. Makan slow-slow kan Mama Nana cakap. Alright, so toilet tak boleh macam ni. It's not here, not good. And where is the accessibility? Number one is accessibility. You have to determine the road, access, setback first. Okay. After you did this one, this is your proposed number one. It's okay. Proposed number two layout, you already include the technical. This one right, you make a right decision. But when you insert all those technical, the second proposal, you will understand why the location of this one to be adjusted somewhere else. To get the necessity and necessary. Okay? So I can foresee that the lobby in and out, the drop off, like this. You must have a setback first. What is the setback? You cannot simply do the building up to the boundary. It has to be, this is the boundary, B for boundary. You must have the setback. Then your building starts at your setback. This is S. Setbacks. Because this is for fire. Fire accessibility and fire. Where is the fire engine to do the services? Sebab tu cakap, where is the loading area? Loading area, where? Okay, the next exercise. Can Hiba? So
Okay.
painting, what do you mean by painting here? Is it indoor painting or outdoor painting?
No, this is pantry.
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 You see that this area is also important because you're having a dual frontage. This is also having a view. How to attract people from here to come to your place? You must have something here. It's a landmark to show, hey, we are having art galleries for children. Okay, and you are also having another entrance, not entrance, but actually only people at this area to appreciate the beach while having the activity in the building. So maybe this is an open area. Okay. So at the moment you try to do adjustment on that. Boleh? Boleh Hiba?
Okay, madam.
Boleh? Boleh. Boleh. Okay. Okay, alright, itu saja. Okay, I think it's a very fundamental lah. Belum, everybody are not so serious yet, but you need to be very serious on the design. That's why you don't start the design on Monday. Too late. You start now. Start to think now, right? Pelan-pelan, buat kerja pelan-pelan. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Hiba, are you okay with me?
This is all okay, madam.
Okay, you change first. You change and shift first. Remember the first lecture, I already asked Koyin to list down. Please list down where are the services and location. Okay? Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, madam.
Salam, madam.
Thank you, 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 madam.
Welcome.
madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
You are welcome. Kat sini boleh ada ni Mana reaction? Bagilah reaction sikit. And